Every trader has lived this nightmare. You finally win. Weeks of discipline pay off. Your account is green, your confidence high. You tell yourself, this time will be different. Then a week later, it's all gone. And it doesn't make sense. You didn't suddenly forget how to trade, you didn't change your system, but something deep inside you flipped like an invisible switch, pulling you back to your old balance. That switch has a name, your financial thermostat. And right now, it's set to just enough. See, your subconscious mind has a comfort zone for money, just like your body has one for temperature. Make more than that internal limit, and your brain starts sabotaging you to cool things down. Lose too much and it turns up the heat, pushing you to win it back. You think you're trading the market, but you're really trading your nervous system. Stay with me. Because once you understand how this thermostat works, you'll finally see why keeping profits has nothing to do with strategy and everything to do with psychology. Look around any trading forum. The same pattern repeats. Someone posts a massive win, double their account, triple even. A month later, gone. Account blown. Everyone blames greed, discipline, risk management. But that's surface level. The truth is darker, deeper, older. You're fighting against a biological calibration that started long before you ever saw a chart. This channel isn't here to motivate you. It's here to expose what's actually running your trades, the programming that dictates how much success your nervous system allows you to handle. Welcome to Disciplined Trades, where we rewire the trader, not the strategy. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 hidden mechanisms inside your financial thermostat, how your childhood shaped your profit ceiling, why your brain confuses success with danger, the biological reset that happens after every win, how professionals raise their thermostat permanently, and the one mental shift that keeps your profits from vanishing ever again. Number 5 changed everything for me. I went from making and losing the same $10,000 over and over to compounding 6 figures without changing a single strategy. Because this isn't about the charts. It's about what happens after you win. So here's my question. When you hit your next big profit, what will your thermostat do? Comment below, be honest, have you ever made money, felt euphoric, and somehow given it all back within weeks? Good, then this one's for you. Number 1, the childhood blueprint, how you learned your profit ceiling. Let's start with a story. In the 1980s, researchers at Stanford ran a long-term study on money psychology. They followed families over 3 decades, parents, children, and grandchildren. The finding? Each generation unconsciously inherited their parents' money comfort zone. Children who watched their parents stress about bills grew up associating wealth with tension. So when they finally made more money than their parents ever did, their nervous system panicked. Within months, they found ways to return to safety, overspending, bad decisions, self-sabotage. Sound familiar? Your brain doesn't care about your trading account. It cares about survival. And if the amount in your account exceeds what your nervous system considers safe, it triggers stress, hormones, cortisol, and adrenaline, the exact same chemicals released in physical danger. That's why you feel uncomfortable when you're up big. You think it's excitement. It's not. It's resistance. A financial thermostat set by early experiences. Maybe your family taught you money was hard to keep, or that people with money were greedy. Maybe your parents argued every time there was extra cash. Those lessons became your default temperature. Now, every time your profits rise above that level, your subconscious starts the cooling process. Overtrading, oversizing, just one more trade. Not because you're reckless, because your body's trying to restore equilibrium. You're not addicted to losing. You're addicted to familiarity. Be honest. You've done this. You built up profits, then made one dumb mistake that erased it all, and you said, "What was I thinking?" You weren't thinking. Your thermostat was regulating. Number 2, the neurochemical boomerang. Why success feels like threat. Here's where it gets weird. Neuroscientists at the University of Zurich scanned traders' brains during winning streaks. The dopamine spikes they found weren't just higher, they were unstable. The more traders won, the more their brain chemistry resembled someone on stimulants. At peak euphoria, the brain shuts down the prefrontal cortex, your rational decision maker, and activates the limbic system, your primitive survival center. Translation: when you're winning, your brain literally turns you into an emotional animal. The same circuits that make gamblers chase losses make traders chase highs. You're no longer trading the chart, you're trading dopamine withdrawal. That's why professional firms have hard limits after big days. You hit 5%, you're done. No exceptions. Because they know the next trade won't come from logic, it'll come from biology trying to rebalance itself. Your brain hates extreme highs. It's built for homeostasis, balance. So after a massive win, it subconsciously engineers behavior to bring you down. You'll start taking low quality setups, ignore risk, feel restless, unless you're in a trade. That's your brain detoxing dopamine. Think of it like this. Every win creates a chemical debt. You either pay it back through rest and recalibration, or the market collects it for you. The question isn't, why do I lose after I win? The question is, how am I managing my neurochemistry after I win? Number 3, the comfort collapse. How the brain resets after every win. Let me tell you a story about a hedge fund trader named Alex. In his first year, Alex made $50,000, then 70, then 100. But each time he crossed a new high, something strange happened. Within weeks, he'd lose back 30%, not from lack of skill, from lack of comfort. So his coach ran a simple experiment. After a big win, Alex was required to withdraw 10% of profits and do something physical with the money. Not spend it, see it, hold it, feel it. Because the body needs proof that abundance is safe. After 6 months of this ritual, his drawdowns disappeared. Why? Because his nervous system finally believed the new level was survivable. Your brain doesn't adjust by logic, it adjusts by experience. You can't raise your thermostat by telling yourself you deserve more. You raise it by living at higher temperatures until it feels normal. Small wins held safely are the bricks that build new thresholds. But traders don't do that. They spike and crash. They never give their biology time to adapt. Here's a simple test. Look at your last equity peak. Did you immediately pull back, reduce risk, and protect it? Or did you push harder and lose it? You already know the answer. That was your thermostat resetting. Number 4, the professional upgrade. How pros rewire the thermostat. Let's look at the pros. Paul, Tudor Jones, Ray Dalio, Marty Schwartz. Every one of them has a ritual for neutralizing emotional highs and anchoring new baselines. Dalio journals gratitude and visualization every morning, not because he's spiritual, but because gratitude releases serotonin, the chemical opposite of dopamine. It stabilizes emotion. Schwartz famously celebrated losing trades that followed his plan, teaching his brain that discipline, not outcome, equals safety. Jones rewrote his identity entirely. I'm not a trader, I'm a risk manager. Notice the pattern? They shifted their thermostat from money to process, because process has no ceiling. If your identity is someone who wins big, you'll unconsciously create losses to balance the story. But if your identity is someone who executes flawlessly, you can scale infinitely. The thermostat doesn't care about wealth. It cares about who you think you are. The professional rewires identity first. Profits follow automatically. Try this. After your next profitable month, don't celebrate the number. Celebrate the behavior that produced it. Write, I followed my system 30 days straight. That's what your brain must learn to associate with safety. Number 5, the recalibration protocol, raising your financial temperature. Let's make this practical. You can't eliminate your thermostat. You can only raise it. Here's the protocol that transformed my account. Step 1, find your ceiling. Look at your past year of trading. What's the profit level where you start losing discipline? That's your thermostat. Write it down. Step 2, stabilize below the ceiling. Trade at 70% of that amount for 30 days. The goal isn't growth, it's comfort. Let your nervous system breathe there. Step 3, visual exposure. Spend 5 minutes daily imagining your account balance above that level, calmly, neutrally, without excitement. The key emotion isn't hype, it's normalcy. Step 4, gradual expansion. Increase position size or profit goals by 10% each month, no more. Let biology catch up to ambition. Step 5. Anchor abundance. When you withdraw profits, do something tangible, invest in skills, donate, or save in a visible place. Teach your body that money is safe to keep. You're not training discipline. You're training tolerance for success, because the truth no one tells you is this: success is uncomfortable until it's familiar, and if you don't make it familiar, your brain will make you start over. Climax. Let's slow down. Think back to your last great month, the one where everything clicked. You felt unstoppable. Then something shifted. You started forcing trades, losing sleep, ignoring rules you swore you'd never break. You told yourself you were just unlucky, but luck had nothing to do with it. That was your thermostat activating. It's the same mechanism that keeps lottery winners broke within 5 years. The same mechanism that keeps athletes bankrupt after retirement. The same mechanism that keeps traders cycling between boom and bust. The subconscious belief that says, this much success isn't safe, so it creates chaos to bring you home. You think you're broken, you're not. You're calibrated for survival, not wealth. Every system in your body is designed to maintain equilibrium. Heart rate, temperature, emotion, and money. You rise, you fall, you rise again, until you consciously raise the setting. That's what separates the 1% who stay profitable from the 99% who repeat history. They don't just build systems. They build nervous systems strong enough to hold abundance. They feel the discomfort of success and stay there long enough for it to become normal. Because once your brain accepts wealth as safe, it stops fighting you. No more sudden drawdowns. No more mysterious self-sabotage. No more I don't know what happened. You'll know exactly what happened. You upgraded the software running the machine. And when that happens, keeping profits becomes effortless. Not because the market changed, because you did. Let's recap. You don't lose profits because you lack skill. You lose them because your brain isn't calibrated to hold them. Your financial thermostat, shaped by childhood, biology, and identity, keeps resetting you to what feels safe. The only way to keep profits is to raise your sense of safety at higher levels. That's why pros don't celebrate wins. They normalize them. They don't chase excitement. They chase calm. The goal isn't to feel rich. It's to feel stable. Because stability keeps wealth. So here's your challenge. For the next 30 days, stop asking, how much did I make? Start asking, how much success can I hold without self-sabotage? Your answer will determine your future account balance. If this hit you hard, if you've ever watched your profits evaporate and finally understand why, hit like. If you're ready to raise your thermostat, comment recalibrate below. And subscribe, because next week, I'm breaking down The Trap, how the market exploits your dopamine cycle, a deep dive into the brain's addiction to chasing missed moves. Until then, remember, we don't trade charts, we trade ourselves. And the trader who learns to hold peace can hold profits forever. Welcome to the real work.